The more I suffocate, and right before I'm about to drown, she resuscitates me. She fucking hates me, and I love it. Fate, we're going. I'm leaving you. No, you ain't come back. We're running right back. Here we go again. It's so insane because when it's going good, it's going great. I'm Superman with the wind in his back. She's Lois Lane, but when it's bad, it's awful. I feel so ashamed. The snapped. Who's that dude? I don't even know his name. My late ain't son. I never stoop so low again. I guess I don't know my own strength. Just Ghana.
That was you were on like that like beat by beat, pulse by pulse, like on the top of your head. That was really good.
Thank
I was
you.
like playing the instrumental in my head.
Hey Mark, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for asking. So, Mark, thank you so much for accepting the invitation to come at AbidTalks, and I'm really glad that you are here. And I'll be asking you really very simple questions related to what exactly you do, how you ended up getting a software engineering job, and all. So let's just start. And the first question to you is that I was going through your profile. You started your career, journey as a account manager or a cashier, right? And then you slowly and gradually transition towards software engineering roles. You are right now a software engineer. So how did this whole journey was taken up?
Yeah, so pretty much when I was fairly, I guess, like young, fresh out of high school, I worked for 2 affiliate marketing companies, kind of designing landing pages for them, which was kind of like my first step into like engineering as a whole. I feel like there was a better way to do things like a lot better than using like things like WordPress or Shopify. So I actually took up a boot camp called FullStack Academy back in, I think, 2017. I actually got in and then went through the entire junior portion, but then my laptop actually got stolen midway through the program.
Okay.
So yeah, and then I was going through a really rough patch at the time as well, with things with like my ex-girlfriend, and then I had to move back home and all that.
Okay, so that's a big problem.
So that was pretty much like kind of like my rock bottom of my life. So I had to find a job very quickly, which is so I worked at like Starbucks. I was a waiter, and then I eventually found a job as an account manager, which I started working for about 1.5 years. And like the job was paid decently well for a kid my age, and like it was extremely like stressful because people would be calling me like 200 times a day saying that they got into accidents, and it was really hectic.
Right,
But the people that I lived or like worked with, they taught me a lot of things, and in the back of my mind, I knew that I still wanted to be an engineer and that I should really see this thing like through, because for FullStack Academy, I only went halfway and then had to leave the program, and I figured like what if I went the whole way, what would have happened? So I actually decided to self-study a little bit and then join another boot camp. I managed to save enough money by working as an account manager.
So exactly, that was a struggling part of your life. You were earning money for yourself, and then you were into learning things up, like the boot camps and all. So I really believe that being a account manager is into a completely different field. And then when you transition, you might have got some problems at the time you have started your career as a software engineer. So how did you cope up with problems related to the softwares you talk about, the JavaScript or CSS or HTML? So how did you did you learn that in your bachelor's, or you took another extra class for that? So what exactly?
Yeah, so I got into college. I went 2 weeks and I dropped out.
Oh my God.
Because at the time I had no idea what I wanted to do. I thought it was useless,
So, were you thinking of Steve Jobs or something like that?
No, definitely not.
Ceremony?
Definitely not. I didn't have any like grand scheme of things in the back of my mind. I just knew that college really just wasn't right for me.
Okay.
Yeah, like it was just I didn't like the way that they like I guess teach some of the curriculum. Other than that, like I don't need to know the history of a computer or like discrete math to be a great engineer.
Right. So you were a dropout and you started the job. You were into bachelor's and you started after dropping out.
Yeah, so I didn't even have a bachelor's degree. I pretty much I guess like So I had like a minor knowledge of completing halfway through Full Stack Academy. Because I pretty much did that, I believe, like a year later after I dropped out of college. And from there, I kind of had a little bit of basis of knowledge, but since it was only halfway, like I wasn't confident enough that like I would go out into the job market then. Like for hell sure, like I wouldn't. Even though I touched on tools like React, Express, Node, I didn't fully completely grasp it. Which was funny because the second bootcamp I actually, ended up finishing, you would think someone like me would have an advantage because I'm used to like the bootcamp styles and I've touched the topics, but that wasn't the case at all. I struggled a lot in my second bootcamp.
I definitely can understand that.
Yeah, it was basically like new material to me, so it was
absolutely that is a new havoc. So right now you're working as a web developer or a mobile developer?
Right now I'm working as a full stack engineer.
If you ever think of getting or switching to bigger giants such as General Motors, or you talk about Raytheon working with US Defense, then do let me know, because I am also working as a human resource executive, so I can be of help to you definitely for switching for jobs. And right now, because of this pandemic, they are giving lots and lots of remote works at really very good rates, to be frank, ranging from $60 to $75 an hour. So that's pretty good at the remote thing. If you think of switching, just let me know. And okay, so these are the talks related to your academic and the backgrounds related to education. So now the most important thing is which your passion is, you are enjoying. So that is music, the vocal engineering and these things. So if you can just let me know exactly, how did you had a passion or inclination towards music, and how did you just for the first time you just said, oh, this is the best thing I should do now? So how?
Yeah, so around the age of I think when I was like 18, I actually wanted to be a rapper. So I started doing, so I think that goes along with the whole story of like why I dropped out of college and everything. So I actually pursued it for fairly like I guess very passionately. I still make music from here to there. I something that I really love doing. I also really love I used to like game professionally for a while. Yeah, it was like another hobby that I had thrown in there, but I probably just gave gaming up to be a little bit more fit.
Lots of things: engineering, gaming, and music.
Yeah, it was like a lot of things. I used to devote a lot of hours into a game called Counter-Strike.
The most famous game all for centuries long.
Yeah, so it was a lot of things.
So are you still doing that music things? You're working on it. Sometimes you get chance. Do you do it? Or
right. Well, like recently I've been pretty busy. I think the last time I put out a song was like in December or January.
Oh my God.
Like it's definitely on hold right now, but I mean, I've been so busy.
Okay, so as you told, you are into rap. I mean, you started loving rap. I am a big fan of Eminem, and I usually just copied his raps. If you want to get an idea of how I did, so I'll just rap for you.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so if you can just, I think making another collab with you with some musical instruments playing in background and I'm rapping. So, or you'll do the same way in the vice versa order. So, I love the way you lie.
You lie.
So that's featuring comes love the way you lie. I can't tell you what it really is. I can only tell you what it feels like. And right now, steel knife in my windpipe. I can't breathe but still fight while I can't fight. As long as the wrong feels like I'm in flight. I have full love, dream from my head. It's like a muffin pain. The lover, the more I suffer, I suffocate. And right before I'm about to drown, she resuscitates me. She fucking hates me, and I love it. Fate, we're going, I'm leaving you. No, you ain't come back. We're running right back. Here we go again. It's so insane, cause when it's going good, it's going crazy. I'm Superman with the wind in his back. She's Lois Lane, but when it's bad, it's awful. I feel so ashamed to snap. Who's that dude? I don't even know his name. My lady, and so I never stoop so low again. I guess I don't know my own strength. Just Ghana.
That was you were on like that like beat by beat pulse by pulse, like on the top of your head. That was really good.
Thank
I was
you.
like playing the instrumental in my head, like
Oh,
the music
okay.
and stuff, and then you were like on the beat. That's good. Like
Uh,
that's something the rappers call flow, and it's like some people have it. Like some people are lyrically talented. A lot of famous rappers are kind of like both. Like they're like very like Eminem's both. Like his flow is crazy, and he's very lyrically talented, which is
right,
why he's one of the greatest rappers of all time.
right.
Um,
In South Africans, I guess African people have started this rap thing, I believe, because in America it was not so common, but when people started, like the African Americans started these things, they trying to involve in the, you know, real time raps on the go. So that's how things went. So yeah,
yeah.
thank you so much for your praise, Mark.
Yeah, no problem. That was awesome, man.